Hey everybody, it's Brandon O. Smith, and we are here at Issues from the Heart. And I have my friend, my brother, the one and only Ty G.
My goodness, what's popping? No popcorn, my friend.
How are you feeling?
I am feeling well, feeling great. I cannot complain. I won't complain. Let's put it that way.
You can't. You know, people don't want to hear when you.
Yeah, that's y'all don't. D&D.
Yeah.
They go to me.
I said, call me if you need me, and then you call me.
And I need you. Girl, I'm at the store. You said call me when I needed you. I need you right now. Let me get up out 12 and I'll call when I get home.
So for people who do not know who Ty G is,
yes,
like I know you have a long resume, you have a long, bio. Just tell people who Ty G is.
Yes, Ty G is an actor, entertainer, comedian that posts family-friendly content on all social media platforms. That's my full-time job by the grace of God, and so I do that every day just to show that you can be funny, be yourself, be authentic without conforming and doing things that are not true to you. And so I just strive for positivity. I'm allergic to negativity. And you know what I'm saying? I just keep it pushing.
Strive for positivity
and allergic to negativity. I start coughing. Break out a knife.
I'm going to put it on a t-shirt or something. Would you let me? Can I?
I'll let you do
Okay,
that.
thank you. I appreciate it.
And look, they just rolled off the tongue. I ain't never said it like that.
Oh, really?
They just rolled off.
Okay, then I'm going to put it in my
write that down.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all don't steal it. He got it first.
So, how long have you been doing content?
I have been doing content. So, I've been doing social media in general for 13 years. But I've been doing videos, I would say, about 10 plus now. Yeah.
Now, my biggest question to ask you is we're in 2026 now.
Oh, yes.
And you've been doing it for 13 years. How in the world do you stay consistent?
Listen, it has its ups and downs. I promise you. I would be bald headed right now if I would let life get to me.
You got jokes. You got jokes.
See, I wasn't talking about jokes. See, I wasn't even trying to add him. I'm trying to throw a joke. But no, seriously, like it has its ups and downs, and you go through it, you be stressed out. But I realize I have a bigger goal and a greater objective, and I know if I give up, then I'm doing God a disservice and I'm doing myself a disservice. And just seeing how people have said, you know, how I've saved them literally from downfall, literally from, you know, wanting to just exit themselves off the grid, you know, or, you know, saying that my videos have, you know, cheered them up, made them feel better. Things like that I take heed to. Not because I want to boast my head up or boost my ego. It's not even that. It's just showing that what I'm doing authentically is making an impact whether I realize it or not. And so people like that don't realize. They keep me going. And just knowing that I have, like I said, I have a greater goal. I want to make it to TV, film, you know, movies. And so I can't stop now, even if it gets hard, because I know that God has entrusted me with this gift, and if I sit it down, somebody else can pick it up and run. And then my blessings are now, they're living it. You know what I'm saying? I'm stuck where I left my blessing. And so I just keep that as my biggest motivator in my mind, and that's what keeps me pushing. And when I can't keep pushing, I take time to do me, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to recharge, you got to refuel. But I make sure that, you know, I keep the main thing.
So let me ask you, doing you is what? Like, what do you like to do when you're not making content?
Doing me is spending time socializing with my friends, which is very few, you know what I'm saying? You know, I like to be out and about, going to the movies, going bowling. I like sometimes just watching TV, watching Netflix, eating. I like to big my bag. There you go. I'm only 2 ounces, but this bag is wide, okay? Football field. I'm gonna eat. So if you invite me to your house, just know I'm not gonna be, no, where the place at? I'm going to throw down. So that's one of my favorite pastimes. Because you can never go wrong with food.
Yeah.
But outside of that, you know, sometimes I might go, you know, self-care by like just, you know, going out to the park, you know, or it just depends on what my mood is giving or what I'm feeling. And I just go with that. But after time, I like to socialize and just go out and do stuff. That's like my type of like downtime. It's a detachment from my world. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always doing social media and content full time.
Right.
And so, yeah, when I can go, I'm out.
Peace out.
Please.
Let's go.
Out of there. Out of there.
I want to go back 13 years ago, right? I want to go to the place, to the day that you were on your cell phone or on your computer and you're recording the video. And you were like, okay, I'm going to post this. Oh, take me to that day.
Oh, my goodness. So let me take you back to 2013. I wasn't even doing videos at that time. When I first started this social media journey, I was live streaming. So I was like the Twitch of, you know, back then. Yeah. You know how it is now, everybody's on there streaming, doing everything, XYZ. But back then, was like the thing. Everybody was on there. And so I was doing my entertainment live for whoever was tuning in. And so by the time 2014 came around, that's when I kind of started dipping my feet into the content creating world. That was when Vine was popping. So I was posting videos, and people today still remember those Vines that did go viral. I had a few of them.
But did you do your research on Vine before you jumped on? Or
I saw it, and because I was watching people, I was a consumer. Okay. I was a big consumer. So even though I was starting to entertain, I consumed other content creators heavy. So like, I was watching all the OGs that were on there, and so I was just a scroller. And I was like, let me see if I can do, kind of catch the lingo. Mm-hmm. And so I did it, and I had a couple videos pop off. I said, okay, I can do this. And then before you know it, Vine was going. I think Vine was gone like right when Musical.ly was kind of like popping off in 2015.
Right.
That's when I got my start with videos. And so I was watching people, and at the time I started out heavy doing lip sync comedy. So that was people that would post sounds, and I would just reuse their sound. And sometimes I would get traction off of their traction. And so it kind of helped, but it wasn't like I was using them, but it was helping my game coming up.
Okay.
And so that was my thing coming in. And so once I started that, I think that's what helped me to dip my toes into doing my own original comedy, because I wasn't doing that at the time, because I didn't know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. And so once I saw how they did it, I just kind of mocked their blueprint, but didn't copy. But I just kind of took notes and then just did it my own way, and then hit post. And once I did it, I was like, oh, people using my sounds.
Right.
Okay. But my first post though was a lip sync comedy. I know that for sure.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You remember what it was?
Oh, I can't remember. I don't even want to scroll down that far. Kind of scared. I had no hair. I was a baby face.
Oh my God.
Listen, a fetus. I was still developing.
I cannot.
Yeah.
So that's when TikTok began to come out, right?
Yeah, TikTok came. It transformed from Musical.ly to TikTok in 2018.
Okay.
And so I had the privilege of being in the room when it finally switched. They had a launch party for it.
Wow.
And so they did a countdown like New Year's. I got the footage.
Was that an invitation or was
it was an invitation? And so I happened to be in the area. It was either for VidCon, because I don't go to LA or California just to go. It got to be a reason why I'm there. And I feel like it was around VidCon time. So they was like, okay. And at that time, 2018, 2020 was really my prime. Like, that's really when people was watching. That's when a lot of like Kick Swivel, man, guess what I want? All those jingles, all that that came out that era.
Yeah.
And so I think they was like, okay, he's, you know what I'm saying, like, eyes on him. So they invited me there, and I was in the room. And, like, they did a whole countdown, and TikTok came to life.
Wow.
That's where it is now.
So you was there when TikTok was pushed out?
I was. A lot of people don't know that. But, yeah, I have that footage where they did the countdown. And here we are. So, yeah.
And so you got on TikTok, and did the numbers, like, increase double?
It did, triple? Because once 2020 hit, COVID, everybody was in, so my numbers was bored, and so everybody was doing everything. But before, everybody that I would hear from when Musical.ly was in before it transitioned, everybody was like, "Oh, that's a kids app," Oh, you on this kids app? But I was still pushing and pressing because my numbers were climbing. Why am I gonna stop? Right. And it's a free app, so I ain't got nothing, to hide. So I just kept pushing and kept going. And so by the time I reached like 43,000 supporters, I was verified on Musical.ly. And then that's when it transitioned to TikTok. And so it just kept going. But once COVID hit, that's when I really saw it incline. Because not everybody that was, oh, this a kids app. Oh, y'all own this kids app. Now it's everybody app. So it's funny how the tables turn.
Yeah.
But I just still trusted the plan that God had, because it was like, if you give up now, you're going to miss out.
Yeah.
And if I would have stopped, we'd be at almost 11 million to this day.
11
humbly saying.
Million.
We are right there. We're right there.
How do you feel to have?
It don't sound real.
Million.
It has not hit me.
People.
I've been doing this thing for a long time, and it still feels fresh. It doesn't feel like I'm getting burned out on it. It don't feel like I'm over it. It still feels new. When I meet people all the time, it's new. People think I get tired of that. I'm like, every interaction is new.
Yeah.
Just saying it don't feel real.
Yeah.
Like, this is my life. I literally say that a lot.
How did you feel when you hit the 500 mark, when you hit the 1,000 mark, when you hit 100,000?
It was shocking. I celebrated it like any other milestone. Like, every single, that's one thing I had to start realizing. I'm glad I obtained that early on. Like, every milestone starting out is a big victory. Whether it's small, big, medium, whatever. That is something to you that you did, and now you're reaping the fruit from it. And so every single milestone from that 1,000 from that 500 to 500 to 1,000, I literally made sure I celebrated one way or another. And And I just continue to keep that same energy.
Right.
Like to this day, like every time I hit a new milestone, I'm celebrating it. Because it's like, y'all don't have to follow me. Y'all chose to.
11 million people.
Like, that's insane. And I see people all the time like, oh, I've been watching you since I was like 7. Now they like 20.
Wow.
Working.
Or you know, old yet?
I'm uncle now. I'm
not uncle
I'm uncle now on social media. Hey,
you have not reached
the I got grades and everything. I call it wisdom though. So
I did still
now Brandon, you didn't.
Okay, sorry, I did still a few.
Oh, was that you coming back because you know?
Yeah, because you came to me earlier.
Okay, you thought. But see, I dig it. Okay, you know. I let you have that one. You ain't that one up. You ain't that one up.
So you said earlier that you do this full time.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever worked a regular job?
My only, and I kid you not, my only like regular job, if you want to call it that, it was with my pop, Sir Charles. He has him and his wife has their own barbecue sauce, Sir Charles Gourmet Sauces, and so he gave me that experience of like, you know, talking to people because you know we got to advertise and get these people to buy this sauce that we selling, and so that was like my first job at 16. And the farmers market right down there, it's right across from that. Is that a baseball stadium? It's right kind of like in Aggieland.
Okay.
It's just on that corner. I think it's the farmers curb market. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. And so I did that for a hot little minute, but I was still doing social media too at the same time. But that was like my first like employee job under them, where I got to, you know, develop customer service skills, talking to people, getting out that comfort zone. And so that was they don't realize that, but they were a stepping stone into me being able to public speak and, you know, talk to people, interview people. So yeah, they really had an impact in that area.
So when was the time that you was like, I think I'm gonna do this full time?
Honestly, I didn't really think about it.
Okay.
You know, because coming in, I didn't think about the business of it. I just knew I wanted to have fun and make people laugh. And so as I kept climbing, I was like, okay, now, you know, they ask for W-9s and 1099s and, you know, you branding yourself and, you know, all of these things. And so as literally like my journey has been kind of like one of them things where it's like I'm on this dirt road and I'm picking up diamonds as I go.
Wow.
It wasn't like somebody just kind of spoon fed me. It was like, you know, Ty, you need to do this, you need to do that. It was kind of like I just did it. And if it didn't work for me, I let it go. And if it worked for me, what's broke, don't fix it.
Now let's pause right here.
Yes.
Because I want you to make sure you let the people know when you have a vision, everybody is not going to stop what they're doing to give you the resources, right?
At all.
So let them know that. Like,
yeah, you have to start with what you have to get to where you want to go and to get what you want to have to get to where you want to go. Because you'll sit there and hold yourself back thinking that you got to have a team, you got to have all the equipment, you got to have the people. And it's like you're holding yourself from your dreams and the reality that you could be living.
Yeah.
You got to embrace what you have now so that way God can bless you with more. And so when I say he has done that, I done lost stuff and I done gained 10 times more back just from being obedient. Prime example, like when I lost my Instagram page from being a dumb nut, I said, Lord, I was so delusional.
What did you do delusional?
I gave somebody my Instagram password because at the time, Kick Swivel went under a copyright infringement.
Okay.
And so at that moment, in the same breath, I got an Instagram, somebody impersonating saying that my account was under copyright infringement. So just the same verbiage had me thinking like, oh, this got something to do with that. And so they asked for my password and my username, and I had to put the little code that they put in the you know. And I took a picture, sent it to them. Got it. Gone. I woke up the next day locked out. And so I'm trying to sign back in. They messaged me on like another platform, and they're saying they're not giving it back. And so,
oh my goodness,
it was a lot of work. It was 42,000 supporters on that page, just built from the ground, from zero to up to that. Yeah. And so I felt like I really lost something, but I had a backup page at that time with 500 followers.
Okay.
And I told God, I said, you know what? I said I'm gonna keep that same energy that I had for these 42,000 and apply it to these 500, and that 500 has now turned to 930.
That is crazy.
And counting.
That is crazy.
God is good. And that's when I say I'm a living witness that God can, if you trust God in what he says, I promise you, he got you. Because he gave me back triple, quadruple, and some.
Yeah, yeah.
And we on the road to 1 million.
Wow.
And so, I say that, like I always say, everything I do humbly, just because everything that God has given you, he can take it.
Absolutely.
And so I don't move with no ego or anything like that. I just say that to be encouragement to somebody, because you know, you might want to because I done have people reach out to me. Oh, I done lost my page. I'm gonna just give up. Don't give up. You have a passion for a reason. Go back to the why you start, and then use that as your fuel to do what you need to do.
Right.
Keep the ball rolling.
And one thing I like, many things I like about God, but this one particular thing I like is that whenever you feel like you just said, you were locked out, and you was like, oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to get in. You know, it's just over for me.
Yeah.
And then God gives you the energy and the motivation to go after it.
Yeah.
And you're
hungry.
Okay, so now I see the reason why. Because you would never know the strength you have inside of you until it's time for you to use it.
Right, it was time to fight. Oh, you want to play? You play. Jesus don't play about me. You mess with the wrong child.
Yeah.
You mess with the wrong child. And I said, I'm not fixing to stop now. My musically is going. Instagram, we're going to get that thing back going. Yeah. And so I was pumping. Mm-hmm. Skip no beats. I was like, I got a video to post today. I was going to post it on my main page, but hey, it's gone. Whoop-de-doo, I got to keep it pushing.
Wow.
And my backup is now my main page.
Your backup will be your main page.
Come on now. That's a word. That's a word.
Oh, my boy.
Don't sleep on that backup. Because it could be your main page. It done changed my life. Done got me partnerships, brand deals. I mean, it's done a lot. Done connected me to great people. Yeah. People that I didn't realize would be following me that I've been listening to and watching on TV, movies. I'm like, y'all know me.
Wow.
It's amazing.
So I want to go back to working at the farmer's market.
Yes.
To now you are getting a check from social media platform. Like, how did that feel?
That hit different. I was like, are we getting paid for making y'all laugh? Okay.
Wow.
But no, at first it was just one of them things where it was like, okay, money's coming in. Like I said, I didn't know what I was doing. So like the structure, if I was to look back, like I said, everything happens for a reason. But if I was to look back and fix things, I would fix the structure of how I like manage the money. Mm-hmm. Because at that time, with me being oblivious to how I should like handle my business and my brand, you know, there were people that did get over me. You know, they'll send me stuff for free. Hey, can you do this video? We'll send you this for free. I hear free, there's me. And I did it. Mm-hmm. And you know, there was no money going in the pocket. Mm-hmm. You know, only thing I was getting residuals off of was the views. And so once I started seeing it come in and consistently, I was like, okay, I got something that I gotta hone in on. I need to actually take this, you know, a little bit. You know, not take it serious, but you know, the business side, take that serious because this is going somewhere and it's going fast. And so once I started seeing it roll in, I was like, okay, we got something going. And so now, and that made me go harder and become even more hungry because it was like, I see it now. Yeah. And so the more I put in, the more I get out. And literally, you know, and like I said, it's had its ups and downs. It's not always steady. You will have your dry months. You will have your months where you are pumping. And like how TikTok is now, you know, they are really texting these views and stuff. So you're not really getting paid. If you're not in a creator rewards program or get some type of partnership or deal, you're just posting. Yeah. And you're getting like, you know, pennies to $1. Wow. So you just got to be mindful that this journey is, if you want it, you got to want it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to always be, oh, I'm about to make $1 million tomorrow. People think I got $1 million now. I'm like, in Jesus' name. God said I ain't ready to unleash that yet. But you gotta, and I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? Y'all see it? Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, God. Because, you know, right now they be thinking, because the numbers are so high, they think the pocket's high. Okay. You can't do that all the time. You can't think like that, you know? And I'll tell people the raw truth. I'm like, yeah, I got $1 million well. Not yet. That's what I always say, not yet. But it's just funny how people think like that.
So talking analytics when it comes down to social media, right? Do you have, like, let's say, do you ever look back at your analytics and see, you know, what time is a good time to post? What day is a good time to post? You know, if you have more men than women, do you look at...
Yeah, I've been checking it periodically. Okay. And sometimes, because right now I have, like, my go-tos. Like, I know my primetime hours are good for me. And that's the thing, like...
So what's your primetime hours?
Like, I can start posting content, like, I usually try to start around, like, 8. And I'll go to, like, 11... 50-ish, because 12 don't like me. When it hits...
Is that a.m.?
A.m., yeah, before it gets... So, yeah, I go from, like, 8... Yeah, 12 don't like me. But when I get to 1 o'clock in the morning, I can post, and the video do great. It's just that 12. I don't know what it is. It's something against... Okay. If you got something, we can meet outside. If you was a person. But, yeah, so those are my hours, and, like, sometimes during the day, like, I'll post, and I just have to impulse to post, and it'll do great. But I know my sweet spot is in that evening time because that's when people getting off work and things like that. But I've seen other people where times in the morning works best for them. Wow. Because you got to realize different time zones. So it's not like if you don't post at a certain time, you'll be faulted because somebody's up. Whoever's following you, you know, they might live in California. Like, it might be, you know what I'm saying, like 6 o'clock at night for you, and it could be 1 across the continent, you know, or whatever. Right. You know, for somebody else, but they're up. You know, so somebody's watching, and I think that's where I move. That's how I move now, knowing that somebody's watching. Like, if I feel like I'm posting right now.
Yeah.
And somebody's gonna tap in and watch it, and that's just that.
Wow.
Because I can, you know, I used to let the views and analytics get to me. You know, and that's why I don't really like look at them too often, just because it can like make your mind be like, dog, am I doing enough? Like, this is low, this is going down. You know, they show the charts, you declining if it's not, and so that can get to somebody that, you know, they want to stay on the up and up without realizing you're gonna come down too. You gotta, it's a journey. It's not gonna always be steady.
Okay.
And so I always have to just remind myself, you're not the analytics, you're not the numbers, you are the content. Once you hit that post button, it's in God's hands.
Because you never know who hands it may end up in.
Yeah, it's in the algorithms.
Right.
And so you just gotta trust that what you did was good, what you did was your best work, and a version of your best self, and go about your business.
Now, do you post any, like, I guess with the hashtags? How does that work? Like,
yeah, use them. Okay. I started out using them heavy hashtags that have nothing to do with my video. I'm in there singing, and I got hashtag food. Somebody in this food category gonna hear this vocal. You hear me? So listen, use your hashtags, use your resources. Now I'm grateful that I don't have to use them, just because the audience pushes it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's grateful to God for that. And them. But use your hashtags. I started out using them every single post. Okay. Like if I was doing, for example, my first video that got featured, because I wish they bring that back, because that was really like a motivator. Like everybody wanted to be on the feature page, which is not your for you. But back then when your video got featured, it sat at the top of the featured category. Okay. And so every time people logged on Musical.ly all around the world, they saw your video. Okay. Until somebody else got featured and it just went down. And so my first video, it was that got featured, was me impersonating Michael Jackson to my PYT by Wale. And that was actually a trending song at the time. And so I used, like, of course, hashtag Michael Jackson, hashtag MJ, hashtag dance. Whatever, you know, your video was about, use it. Okay. And even if you get a big platform or whatever in your climate, hashtag, they don't hurt your stuff. I had to learn that. Okay. Because I used to think that hashtags kind of like put a constraint on your reach. It don't. It's just like your caption. Like, what happens is when you add hashtags, it actually enhances your post. Okay. Because it now puts it in the category. So when people are scrolling it and looking at or refreshing it because you just posted, your stuff is at the top of that hashtag. And you know, but everybody like to eat, so it's pushing down fast, you know. So, but
teaching me today. Okay.
Yeah, so use your hashtags. Don't think that you can't use hashtags. Just try not to use too many. Okay. I feel like that's when the algorithm and the platforms really start to, you know, pull your video from being pushed. Okay. But if you use certain, I say like minimum 5 hashtags, 5 to 7.
Let's go. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's go back, because, you know, Kick Swivel came out.
Yeah.
You know my favorite one. Guess what album? Wow. Yeah, that's my favorite one, right?
Yeah.
So you went from doing those by yourself to now you have characters.
Oh my goodness. They are their own people. They are their own people.
It's the classroom for me.
Listen, they have no sense. You see how them kids be acting?
You in the womb.
Because I just know the children in them stomachs be talking trash.
It's the dancing for me.
Like mama, sit down.
Where did that idea come from?
You know, this brain right here, stuff be coming at random. Like, honestly, everything that I've done, it wasn't because I saw somebody else do it. It just came. Like, the way my mind works, just so y'all get like an exclusive inside look, I try to do the abnormal. Okay. What are people not thinking about? So when you think of a pregnant woman carrying a child, you know they're carrying the child, the baby growing, that baby ain't in there talking, you know, that baby in there, you know. But in my mind, I'm like, seeing what some of these pregnant women be doing, I'm like, if the baby could talk, what would they say? That's the type of approach I have with all my content. Yeah. So like when I do those videos, when I do the kid roasting skits, you know, for one, I do those intentionally to show that you don't have to cuss to clap back at somebody. And then 2, I like to also make it where it's like not too kiddie, but at the same time, it gives you that dynamic that these are how kids be talking. Right. And they be just saying the most random stuff. And so literally that's how I curated that. So a lot of the stuff that I have done, it has come out of just natural, just, let me see if this works. Let me try this. Like the Google Translate videos in Spanish. Shout out to Sexy Red. She's the reason why that's even a series.
Really?
She's the reason, because she posted her lyrics on her page on Cinco de Mayo of last year. And it was a couple of her songs that she did like a slideshow or whatever. And so I'm literally sitting on my phone trying to sing the lyrics, not just singing them in my own tune, but singing them in the tune of the actual song in English. I said, hold on. Let me record myself doing this because I sound crazy. Literally, I posted it that day. It went viral. I said, okay, is this something? So I did another one. And so I posted that one. People was onto it. Because I ain't never seen it before. Yeah. Mind you, I don't like to steal what other people are doing. Because if it's something that's true to you, that's you. Like, I want you to keep doing that. I ain't seen nobody doing this. And so I did 2. It did good 3. And so here we are, like about 40, 50 in. And people are still loving it as if it's the first one.
It's crazy.
And so it just goes to my point. Like, it was just something I was like, let me record it. If it wasn't me picking up that phone, that series probably wouldn't exist today.
Now, you were at the Heart concert that we had a few weeks ago.
Yes, and was.
And Lady Shamar, did you hear what she said about you doing that?
On the inside?
Yeah.
I wasn't. I was
stop for ICE come and get you.
That was probably inching. Oh, he near. I just playing.
You know, stop for ICE coming and get you.
I am black. But I get nobody's off the hook.
I was like, yeah, because you go off the rampage like when you...
And you know what? Every time I post, I'll be like, Lord, I hope I don't offend no Mexican, no Mexican, no Latino, Latina, nobody, because that ain't the intention. But when I tell you, I read all my comments, and the amount of praise I've gotten just from that community. They're like, I'm a Spanish speaker and this was hilarious. Or as a Spanish native, I've never seen this happen before. I'm not even offended. This was just straight funny. Like, they see the comedy and they see the intention. Because I'm not here to offend anybody's ethnicity or, try to make you feel like you're less than or I'm making fun or mocking you. Mm-hmm. I'm literally just sitting here trying to sing these words that y'all speak fluently to the tune of an actual song and knowing that y'all don't really sing. Y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Google Translate already inaccurate. So that's what makes it even worse. And so it's just like, I just do it with that intention. And so just the amount of people that I've seen in my DMs just saying like, especially when it was first coming out, I was like, oh my gosh, this went viral. They finna cancel me.
Yeah.
Because it went viral quick. The same day, I was like, oh Lord. I said, I'm done, but yeah, delete my platforms.
Wow.
Who is Ty G allergic? Don't even know him. I'm changing my name.
How do you feel with having those viral moments?
You know what?
I mean, they're millions,
When I think because it has happened so much, I think it's the way I move in reality in real life, I don't see myself how people see me. Mm-hmm. And so that's the way I see the numbers. Like when I see the millions and I'm looking at it and I see how high it has reached and how many people it has impacted, it doesn't really... it's normal. Like, I'm a normal person looking at that. Like, it's just like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's not really like, oh my gosh, I did it. Like, no boasting on that. It's just like, that happened.
Wow.
And I guess I'm just used, I don't want to say used to it because I don't want to sound cocky, but like, it happens. And it's just like, it doesn't really affect me, like, to where it's like, I'm about to boost my ego, boost my head up. Oh, I know I'm the stuff, nothing like that. It's just like, that's 1 million some views. Yeah. That's 9 million some views.
That's crazy.
But I just still sit there and I'm like, that many people saw this.
Yeah.
And that's any viral moment I have.
Wow.
Like it hits like it's the first one.
Yeah.
To make that out. Okay, y'all probably like, what you talking about? But to make that out make sense, it hits like the very first time.
Yeah.
Like, we went viral.
I'm super proud of you.
Thank you.
You also said that you check your DMs and you read the comments.
I sure do. Right? I live in a rent-free.
Now, we have our, negative Nancy.
Woo!
How do you handle that?
I've come a mighty long way. Because the way I used to take you to my story. Oh, yeah, you knew I was talking about you.
Okay.
I would say your name. I might put your comment up there while I'm talking about you.
Oh, no.
I might even tag you.
No.
Yeah, I was showing up at you back in the comments first.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to come for you.
So how does your growth happen?
I always got admit, I kill you with kindness. Half the time, I don't even engage. I see it. Because, like, yesterday, somebody was like, I forgot to laugh. Where'd you go? To my block list. Now I forgot you. And that's the real game.
Peace out.
So I'm like, if it's not worth my energy, I'm not giving you my time. Like, it's not even worth it. Like, pick your battles. Back then, I was coming up and I was like, what you say about me? Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Damn. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, was that even worth it? And by the time I'm done with you, was it even worth it? Wow. I done wasted all this time on you.
Absolutely.
And now I done moved on. Now I'm watching TV and I forgot. And I done took all this time to entertain you.
Because at the end of
you in my comments.
They watching you.
I came across your feed whether you follow me or not. Yeah. You on my page.
Yeah.
So let's not do too much. Because I see you. So yeah, I'll send you straight to the block list or, I might respond and be like, You know, I kill you with kindness. You know, it's a little niceness.
When that first happened, did it take you to a place to see those rude comments? You know?
It did, because I only pour out positivity. Right. So it's like, where in the world can you stem out negativity? Or, you know, stem that from? Like, nothing on my page is negative. I don't talk about people. I don't gossip. I don't do none of that. And those that do it, you know, for entertainment and things, it has worked, and it's the way you do it. That's the thing. It's the way you do it. But if you're doing it to be vindictive and to point finger and talk about people, that's when it's a problem.
Yeah.
So I commend those that actually do it, you know, for the entertainment and just to bring light to what's going on.
Right.
But yeah, back then though, I would just, you know, just look at it, and, you know, they didn't even like give it, you know, time of day. Just had to just realize, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. And one thing I love about you is your platforms, because it's positivity, right?
All the time.
And you know, people love gossip, and they love the gossip blogs, they love the gossip
want you to
sites,
feed into
right?
it.
But it's crazy that you have more followers doing positivity than the ones that are doing negativity, you know, negativity on gossip and stuff. And that's one thing I love about you, that you're always focused on the people and making God proud.
That's what matters. Yes.
And doing, you know, your God-given gift. So
absolutely, like, if I forget that, somebody slap me. I done said that before. If you just smack me real hard, knock some sense into me. My forehead is big enough, I'm probably not gonna feel it. But knock some sense into me.
Yeah.
Like, for real, because if I forget that, what am I doing? Ty, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're losing the plot. Let's find it.
And how humble you are, you know. I remember we met a few years ago. I think it was via social media.
It was.
And we've been locked in ever since then. Like, and one thing I appreciate is because every time, well, there has been one time, you know, but every other time.
So you had to throw that in.
Every other.
Let's focus on the every other time, people.
Every other time, you have always been there, and when I tell you, grateful for you, because it's the humble spirit, right? And it's like the like-minded spirit. And one thing I love about you is that, you know, I can sit here and you're just throwing out things. I'm thinking in my mind, okay, let me go home and do this, and this, and this. Because I look up to you as a social media influencer, as an actor, as a comedian, you know, and I'm very proud of you and the road that is ahead of you. And I believe, you know, one day you're going to be on the big screen.
Amen. We claim it in Jesus' name.
And if not, you already created your own screens.
Come on. Oh.
Don't wait for the opportunity. You already created.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I've always said. I said once I make it to that bigger realm, I'm not gonna forget where I started. I said, because somebody asked me that. They was like, once you make it on TV and you gonna forget about us, you gonna stop making.
Who? Ty, but is there a bigger realm? Because you already have millions. Like, dude, like, is there a bigger realm?
I just moved and grew like normal me. I don't put myself on that.
And you're still doing family. You're still doing church. You're still doing community stuff.
Come on now.
Like,
the work has to be done.
You're already doing.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I had this life. Because anybody else could have had it.
Come on.
But God gave it to you. He gave it to me, and that's special.
You got a little piece left. Can you pass a little bit over here too?
Come on now. I think enough of this table for us to eat it.
Yeah. Like, but you're doing a lot of things that people wish they could do. You know?
And it's the thing, you can do it. You just gotta trust that you can do it. And don't wait. I was just typing that in a presentation yesterday. Don't stall, don't wait, because literally, I had something, just a prime example, like Tabitha Brown, she gave me my first red carpet hosting opportunity. Wow. You know, that always been a thought in my mind, a bucket list thought, like one day I'll do that, you know. Can I do that? Am I capable? And, you know, before you know it, she told me that I was her first choice.
Wow.
She told me that was her first choice. And so it's like, you know, you have to literally just take things for what it is. And, you know, if I wouldn't have given my yes, because I had something was going on in the month of March. Around that time that she was requesting to see if I would be available to go, she was like, I know this last minute, it was literally the week of.
Wow.
And I was like, should I do it? Should I not? And I was like, no, this is an opportunity that doesn't come to anybody. And I said for me to be her first choice, that meant a lot. And just for her to just think of me, you know what I'm saying? That was just insane. And so I gave my yes, and then that yes turned into me being on the whole tour. And so I say that to say you can't stall and think, oh, I got to wait for the right moment. Because I could have been like, well, this was already on the I said, oh, I have to reschedule.
Yeah.
Quickness. Because this right here is major. I said, you just never know what can come from this. And here we are.
So you know, red carpet is my thing. Like I've been.
Yes, you've been doing it. You've been with the people.
That is my baby. You hear me?
You've been with the people.
So how did you feel like being on the red carpet? Was that your first? You said it was your first time.
It was my first time.
How did you feel?
Oh my goodness! Like being in that seat was pressure. Like
it's a lot of work.
It is. It's not like it's us talking here. Like that's casual, cool. But when you're like in a position where you're in the driver's seat and like you have to curate the energy, curate the conversation, you're literally the what's the word I'm trying to say? The not mediator. Is it facilitator?
Yeah.
You're literally the person that's running, and because you're gonna meet people that barely speak. You gotta pull it out of them. Like you have to set the tone for them to be.
What about when their breath stink?
I just
you can go ahead and say that. You can go ahead and say it.
You know what's crazy? I ain't mean about them no stink breath. What? So, not yet. Not yet. Because they kind of kept, they was kind of out to the side. I was kind of here. So they weren't too close.
They went back to your story.
You know what? Just walk.
Get back to your story.
You don't even got to talk to me. Just go enjoy the event. Get your goodie bag, sit down.
Get back to your story. I'm sorry. Because oh, God.
But no, because I know that's a thing. And sometimes you be like, Chloe, I done seen your clips and you right there.
And I mean, right there. I'm just like trying to, think of my next question and hold my breath at the same time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll be so thrown. I wouldn't know how to, because see, it's hard to hide my face. Because I can be like, yes, it's so nice to meet you. Dog, that's like.
You are the facilitator, so you are basically setting the atmosphere.
You setting the atmosphere,
event, right?
To make people comfortable enough to talk about what's going on at this event.
Absolutely.
And so you need to have questions. You need to have, if they don't have nothing to contribute to the conversation, you got to have things to keep the flow going.
Did you prepare questions?
I did. Okay, I had some fun questions that I had. I had questions pertaining to the event. I had questions that she wanted me to ask, so I of course addressed those throughout the conversation, because that's the way I created every single moment and encounter I had with any couple, singles, with whoever I got the chance to speak to. Mm-hmm. I made sure that I presented an opportunity where you're comfortable, that you can just sit here and talk to me. We talk and forget the cameras. We here.
Right.
And so that was literally the intention every single time. And so I literally didn't realize how many people I talked to. Like, it was mad people that was coming through, and just them seeing how I was talking to them made them like I had a few people like, I wasn't gonna come over here, but just seeing how y'all was laughing, you made me feel comfortable, or just how you came out and talked to the line before we came in, made me come over. So it was things like that where I was like, okay, guy, I was more prepared for this than I
love it.
And so I just had to trust myself. Like, Ty, you can do this. I was nervous, boots. I was shaking. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, these people, they don't know me. Do they know me? Are they gonna talk to me? Like, all this is going through your head.
Yeah.
I just had to just let go, let loose, and just be what Auntie Tam told me to do. Just be yourself. Be Ty. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why I booked you for this. Mm-hmm. Be yourself.
Mine is always the brain fart.
Very.
That I want to make sure that I remember their name.
Yes.
Remember what they do.
Yes.
And remember where I can find them at.
Absolutely.
If those three things are
that's
gone,
good.
I don't know.
It's a fall.
Yeah.
Because once you're in, and that's the thing too, like, I'm learning to, like, be mindful of, like, what they're saying. Like, I listen, but sometimes I'll get so, like, lost in the conversation to where it's like, oh my God, what did they say?
What did they say? Yeah.
But it's not like I'll show it, but in my mind, I'm like, dog, I do not remember that name. And so I'll be like, yeah, tell the folk your name and what they
Me too. I was like, we're standing here with because I forgot your name.
And then now I'm saying your name. So yes, Maria. So how you like this event? Come on, Tom. Bill.
That was crazy.
I'm making sure I put emphasis on your name.
When I tell you,
to make sure I don't forget.
And so now, when I went to the red carpet in D.C., what they did at the national ones, they are introducing who they are before they come out. So now I'm trying to do that here at the local ones, is make sure we introduce that.
Yes.
Because I'm going to forget, right?
Yeah.
And when there's another red carpet person, they're going to forget too. So just call out, hey, coming up next we have XYZ. So now we're on the same page.
That way it's like,
Did you have an assistant to work with you on the red carpet?
It was just me. So initially, before they brought me on, the Tiff, love you Tiff, she's the camera, she would do all the camera work for Auntie Tiff. And so she was gonna, before Auntie reached out and asked me to do it, she said that she was gonna be the camera and the interviewer.
Oh wow.
At the same time. So while she, she was gonna be doing all that, and she was like, with you coming in, she was like, now I can just stay in one and focus and make sure everything.
It make the job so much easier.
And so, because she would have been running, and then people walking up, then let me set the camera. That'd have been couples, you gotta move. It was it was a lot of adjustments that had to take place. But with us rocking it out, literally,
it's always amazing to have somebody rock it out with you.
Yes, and it was so much fun. Like she was like, "Don't worry about me, I got you." And she was like, "You just do you." And so once you tell me that, now we here. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still making sure we good. It was a team effort, and we knocked it out 3 stops. And we did Atlanta first.
Okay.
And then
ATL can get a look great.
It was cutting up. Had B Simone. She was
God.
the I guess called the opener. Like she was like the before they came out on stage. Okay.
She was comedy.
Yeah, she was on the, you know, she ain't got no sense. Cutting up. Love B Simone.
None.
And so she was in there just, you know, rocking with the crowd, just doing crowd work. And then we had LA, so that's when the actual fragrance, because they went on tour not only for the podcast, but also for their fragrance Fridays with Tab and Chance. And so that's the, you know, fragrance that they came out with. And so it launched that day.
Okay.
And so that was the launch party. So that was the day that was the first day I ever did something like that. And then talked with celebrities. Wow. The celebrities that I met, that I've watched, seen,
is it a different YouTube feeling?
It was an outer body experience, like
a different feeling.
I mean, we're talking about seasoned actors and actresses. I mean, talking about Jay Fonz from P Valley. You're talking about Yvette Nicole Brown.
Oh my God.
You talking about what's sister girl name from Soul Food? It's
Vivica Fox.
No, Williams.
Vanessa Williams.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
I think so. I hope she don't watch this back. Listen, I love you. I know your face. I'm bad, but
I knew your name, Miss Vanessa.
Yeah, it did. But like, it was just people like, and then you know, like actors from like Top of the House of Pain, you know, his shows, the team. It was just so many stars in the room that I got the chance to speak to, and I'm just saying, like, this is real life. This is happening.
When I do it, I can't. It's like I'm there, but my mind is not there because I'm like, first of all, I see these people on TV.
Yes.
But the major thing I think about is like, God, you could have given this to anybody
else. But you entrusted me enough to see it to Brayley Evans.
And when I tell you I love me some...
She knew me.
I tell you I love me some Brayley. When I tell you, but you know one thing about Brayley is we met a few years ago at my first like red carpet event in Durham, right? And when I tell you, I kept calling her Queen. She said, "Don't call me Queen." She said, "You can't call me Queen unless I can call you the King."
Oh!
When I tell you, I felt like I was $1,000,000 sat in my chair.
Y'all can't say nothing to me.
But what's crazy was when I left the event, like I followed her page, right? She followed me back. But the crazy part about it is we stayed like in connection.
Come on.
And when I tell you, it's a different feeling when you get those people that you see on TV and you still can hit them up and they know who you are.
It's a blessing.
God, show out.
And keep on showing out for me, please.
You know, it's a whole different feeling. So I'm grateful for my red carpet.
Yes, because you meet people, you make connections, and people that you wouldn't run into on a day-to-day, you get an opportunity, seize it. Don't be like, oh, opportunities or anything like that. Yeah. But just talk to them.
Absolutely.
Literally. And you just never know what will come from it. And so it's amazing.
Well, this is the one of many for you with your red carpet. Because when I tell you, you set the tone, you know, with my event, you know, the other week, I could not have nobody to do it but you.
My goodness.
Because I needed that, right? Yeah. And the way it was set up is people had to pass you to get into the event. But just to see a lot of people was like, oh my God, his personality, you know, was wonderful. So just to see you, you know, when they come past you to go into the event, and they see you bubbly, they're like, "Oh, let's go ahead," you know.
Yeah.
So that is your calling. That is your calling. Right. When I tell you, that is your calling. That is your calling. And if there is any opportunities that I know that need a host, let me make sure.
And you know, I always pick up. Listen,
you're really dope when it comes down to that. Like for real. That's your field. So I'm really proud of you.
Wow, that is amazing.
So besides red carpet and everything, like what else are what's coming up?
What's on the horizon? More music.
Okay.
Yeah, more music. I'm so excited for this project. Okay. Like
I see a whole album or
you get an EP.
Let's go.
And I know, and I can say that because it's coming. I can say that because. This music, I've been sitting with this music for now going on, I don't want to say, it's not 3, I would say about 2 years. I've had this music for, what's it, 26? Yeah, I got this music back in like 24. Wow. And one thing about me, any song that I release, the music that y'all hear now, I do it with intention and a purpose. Like Kick Swivel, that was on some fun stuff. Like I did not know it was going to go to that height. And nobody was about to call me a one-hit wonder. And so I said, I'm going to give y'all a lot of dumb. Then I'm going to give y'all Intangible Love. Then I'm going to give y'all Stand on Business and Stay Out the Way. Yeah. It All Starts in the Back came after. So it's like I couldn't just not. I dropped like 3 songs in 25. Yeah. I dropped like 3. Because I took a hiatus from 2019 to 2022, if I'm not mistaken. And I dropped like 1 song. And in 23, I dropped like 1 song. In 24, I was like, okay, I got to give y'all more. And so I want to at least let them know, like, I'm still, you know, I'm trying to get this music thing under wraps. But I'm not about to just release stuff just to do it. Like, I got to have a message. I got to have a meaning. And so this EP right here, coming into this year, I had to get reminded that I had to start choosing myself. Because I selflessly and naturally put others before myself. I'm always there for others. I always show up. And it's like, I literally had to get broken down. Like, I sat with one of my good friends, she's a sister to me, and she had to just speak life back into me like, Ty, you need to start, the way you prioritize others, you need to prioritize yourself with that same energy, if not more. And so I already knew my intention with this EP, that it was going to be, this is what I'm going to say here, this is what I'm going to say there. And when I finally sat down with God and really was like, this is the time to release, start, because it's coming out this year. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I got to move with that intention. So every song, literally, once you hear what I'm saying, the approach is literally me voicing how it's me season. I'm done. And I'm not. It's not nothing about being selfish. It's about choosing myself.
Yeah, and please do, because who is gonna choose you?
Come on. Are you gonna do the same thing that I do for you for me when it comes down to it, whether it's good or bad?
Speak it.
And so it's just like, I just gotta take care of myself. Yeah. I gotta look out for me. And so this EP is gonna be something. I'm gonna actually be dropping one song off it soon. It's gonna be coming soon. I got it done. I just need to record it, get it right. But this one is gonna be coming out real soon. Cool. And so I know for sure that's coming.
I'm proud of you.
I can't wait.
I'm proud. So before I let you go, right? I'm gonna shift gears.
Come on,
because I told you we was gonna do something different.
Yeah, so, we love different.
You're an interviewer, I'm an interviewer. Yes. So we're gonna interview each other.
Come on now, interview squared.
I got some questions. Ooh. Now, mind you, somebody else wrote these questions. So
I know.
We're gonna go back and forth until we get all of them done. Okay. Right, so I'm gonna ask you the first question.
Okay.
Here we go.
All right, let's see. Oh Lord, I'm scared.
All right. What's a childhood memory that still makes you laugh every time you think about it?
Childhood memory. I got plenty of them. But I'll never forget this one. That day, because back in the day, my mama had that camcorder, and she caught a lot of me and TJ's baby moments, especially mine. A lot of my baby moments up until I was, like toddler, Mm-hmm. And so there was this one day we was in the house. I can't remember what song was playing. This is when I feel like this is when the introduction to the wigs and just throwing on stuff came into play. My household had no sense. We cut up real bad.
Oh my God.
I mean, cut up with no scissors. You know what I mean? And so it was always never a dull moment. And so this particular Saturday, I knew it was a Saturday. We were just in the house. TJ had on an afro. I had on that wig that Ed from Good Burger had,
a little bob.
With the bang gang. Yeah. And we just in there just singing in our pajamas, just dancing, just having a ball, like there's no tomorrow. And it was like, I was like, God, that was the seed right there. If that was not the first introduction, just visually seen out to me, that was the seed. Yeah. And I was like, here we are now, got all these characters. Just as funny how, everything came full circle years later. But that's one memory that I always look back and just laugh on, just like, those were the good days. You know what I'm saying? Because things have changed since then.
You have changed.
But those were the good days. I'm like, we just laughing, cutting up. I'm shaking that wig and I fell off. Like, I mean, like, it was just wholesome moments like that. Yeah. Forever just feeds my soul. I just reminisce and think back and just like, it's always been me, But I didn't realize that it was me until now. Years later.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Are you choosing? Yeah, let's see. Okay, don't do that hard, because don't do nothing.
No, that's a paragraph on the side. Let me see. All right, you ready?
Okay.
Okay, I just had to analyze before I read it. Okay. I don't want to stumble up my words. All right, so, you ready? All right, this is a good one. It says, what's something you're currently working on personally that you want people to know about? That's what you just asked me.
Listen, my book, when I tell you, it's already done. It's done.
Come on, book.
It's done. I just got to get a release date.
Come on, book. Is this year?
This year.
Come on, book.
Maybe within the next month.
Book tour?
Yeah. Are you seeing things I haven't seen? Yeah, it's done. It's called The Gift Made Room for Me. And it's talking about, my whole, like, I started emceeing and hosting and stuff at 15 years old.
Stop.
And it's just talking about how I got started, like red carpet stuff. Yeah. Like, for people that are, like, sitting there, like, I'm afraid, get up and do it.
It
talks about how people they might not come to you every time with an opportunity.
No.
So you better create it yourself.
Come on, don't wait. Going back that early. Don't wait for nobody.
Yeah, don't wait for nobody. So it will be coming out next few weeks.
Come on, next few weeks. And your gift has definitely made room. Come on. And still making room.
I'm trying to get like you.
Like, you doing it.
You be Simone and everything else. I'm trying to get like you.
You was your own special being. Come on now with this special superpower.
Because you know the thing is, people. I thought about this morning.
Yeah.
People like my older cousins and stuff. Like they laughed at, oh yeah, he ain't gonna do this. He just that. He just this.
See them
and I look back and they're the ones on drugs and in jail. And let's get who's the one. So you gotta be careful
like that. For real, because that person you talking down on.
Come on.
Oh yeah, because they talk about me in school.
Come on.
Bully.
Now you sitting here watching me. You know me.
And the gag is one of the. I don't know if you know this or not, but one of the bullies that I dealt with a lot in high school was at a gas station. And mind you, I have no reason to associate myself with you. You know what I'm saying? You poked the bear. You just picked on me because I was the smart one, the teacher's favorite. I did what I had to do. A, be on the road, perfect attendance. That's just who I am.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to dumb that down for nobody. Mm-hmm. And so that's one thing that a lot of the people coming up when I was in school poked at me about, oh, he's too smart. Oh, you're not going to be funny. Oh, you're not funny. Da-da-da-da. And then they done came back and now they follow me. Him, especially the bully, he saw me at the gas station. He got that, Ty, I see you doing the videos. Good to see you. Da-da-da. And so I got back in the car. I said, Mom and teacher, I said, that was the guy that used to bully me. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. But it's just getting friend requests on Facebook. That's a
whole different feeling.
I'm like, but y'all talked about me. Didn't know the seeds that God had inside me. They ain't come out then.
Be careful.
You gotta be.
Your mouth on.
I'm telling you, that's why I encourage these kids now in school when I get every opportunity. The person you sit next to is gonna be a millionaire one day. They're gonna be the next of the next.
So be careful how you treat them.
Yes, because they're gonna remember that. Because I forgive you. I've forgiven you, but I haven't forgotten. And that's one thing that I've learned to realize and just accept. Like, you can forgive people, but you don't necessarily gotta forget. Yeah. But I mean, you gotta associate with them either. Yeah, yeah. So, but no, I remember everything.
Yeah. My bully, he's a barber. And he reached out to me a few years ago because when I was on radio, he wanted to get on the station because he wanted to tell about his barbershop.
Oh, he wanted to plug in. But back then, you didn't want to plug in.
What I say, back then you didn't want, and now how y'all?
See how the table's turned.
Yeah. So be careful.
Definitely.
You know? But the thing I did, I smiled and everything.
That's it. You don't conform because you know you. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing. You don't have to accept certain things that people throw at you.
Absolutely. You gotta be
funny. Okay, I'm a Catholic even harder.
Absolutely.
Why?
All right, my next question. If you could relive one moment from your life just to experience it again, what would it be and why?
Oh, that's a good one. Relive. My goodness. Relive. Oh, what moment do I want to talk about?
You got that many?
I had some moments. Some cool highlights. But just to not stall or delay time, I would simply just say like, now what I want to say. That's a good question. Got me go back down. I went all the way back to childhood. When I was born. Jesus.
Okay.
Y'all, somebody turn on the Jeopardy music. Okay. And you said relive it.
Yeah.
Like relive it to change it or relive it because it was nothing.
Just like a relivable moment.
Okay, so if I could say, because I've always said I wanted to do this. I've always wanted to relive my Disney World moment because I was young and didn't appreciate Mickey Mouse and Minnie like I should have and all the characters. My mama said I acted. I showed my behind.
You wasn't appreciative of Disney?
I was cutting up. I was terrible. Like, we waited in that long line to meet Mickey. It was about like an hour and a half, almost 2. I got up to him and I went all the way under the ropes back to the entrance. And they were just standing still in the line looking dumbfounded like, Ty, come back. No. I just was cutting up that day. And I just want to go back and really, at my big age, and embrace what I did at my big age. And do what I was supposed to do back then. Because I didn't appreciate Disney back then. Yeah. But just one time. Because Disney is expensive. That's like a whole, that's a car loan, that's a down payment, a deposit, and a mortgage. Right, and I'm in debt. So I'm
watch your TV.
Right. Watch it. The parades and all that. Right, the luxury. Let's go. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see.
Don't give me nothing hard now.
Oh, you get these other ones. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
What's one thing about you that people assume is true, but is actually completely wrong?
Ty, this is crazy.
Talk about it.
Whenever I am speaking, emceeing, red carpet hosting, at church preaching or whatever, I'm nervous, sweating, hands are sweating, heart is racing.
Yeah.
And I have to go get a moment with God and be like, Lord,
help me.
Just help me. People think, oh, you're good.
They love saying that.
No, I'm not.
Nervous every time.
I'm pouring down sweat. I'm pouring down sweat.
I'm nervous coming in here.
Nervous.
It's just us.
You did probably do a little open a little slow.
Hey. How y'all doing?
There's only three of us in here.
I'm about to knock. I said, I feel guilty tonight. Let me just pull it. And I said, oh, it's open.
You did. I was like, oh, come on in. Come on in.
It's already open. That's what's in there.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. People think
that's
that,
real.
They just think I just got it.
You got it.
I'm like, no.
It's like you have to prep, and then once it's go, you gotta go.
Cause what you gonna do?
You ain't gonna break.
Can't stop.
You got stuff you gotta cast to do.
You just gotta go. So
yeah,
that is one thing I can say. I think people got that false because I get real nervous.
That's good.
Like I
couldn't agree more. You hit on the head. Like, that's me.
And one thing is when I went to Washington, was November.
Yeah.
For the red carpet for BET, right?
Yeah.
And this is my first national red carpet. So this room is filled with everybody who do the same thing that I do. Okay? News stations, radio people. You got podcasts, everybody.
And they trying to grab.
In a small room, right?
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I had on a turtleneck because it was cold outside.
Oh, because it was outside. Oh, okay.
No, it was inside, but it was cold outside.
Oh, gotcha.
So I'm like, had on a turtleneck and everything.
Yeah.
Nice little jacket on or whatever. And it is jam-packed.
Oh, my goodness.
I had to take a moment. Because you ever seen those movies where it feel like you there, but then you kind of falling backwards, like
it's stimulated.
Yeah. When I tell
everybody talking,
everybody's pulling. And first, when I got over my nervousness, I'm like, okay, cool, it's gonna be okay. But it was only the beginning, right? It was only the beginning. So now here go all the celebrities coming in. Pastor Shirley Seeds, you got Lance Gross, you got Kelly Williams from Family Matters.
My goodness.
Everybody's coming in, and these are people that I watch. And so now I'm just going.
Like Brandy, you got this.
Can't remember the name, no nothing. Don't remember the shows and stuff. Just nervous. So people think that I have
just got it. You can have it walking in there, but as soon as people hit,
I forgot.
Oh, so how did you approach the people? Like, how was the approach?
Well, everybody, they have
eye contact or?
It was eye contact. Now, I made sure. Now, my grandma taught me, you look people in the eye.
I need you.
But luckily, when I was there was a lady, the camera guy I was with, right? We were told we were going to be on the carpet, but you're not on the carpet. You're like behind the carpet, right?
Okay.
So the camera guy I was with, I looked at him and I said, hey, can you go find a space? And so this is his first time too.
Wow.
So he was like, you want me to go find it? I said, just please do. Because now I'm in my zone.
Right, because you got the job.
You can't talk to me right now because I'm about to snap on you. So just go try to find us a spot.
Before it's too late.
The Lord was on his life, right? When I tell you, ordered his steps because he went and found the perfect spot, which I was number 2 for the people to come in, right?
And they gonna hit you first.
So luckily, it's a girl beside me on my right-hand side, and she was from Charlotte, North Carolina. Jazzy, if you are listening, I'm shouting you out now.
Come on, Jazzy.
She was from Charlotte. It's myself. I got another radio host from Raleigh. I got another lady over here from Durham. So when I tell you it was nothing but North Carolina people
in the building representing in a row.
Shout out to Bobby Parker. Bobby Parker was the one. He does gospel radio. He was on my left-hand side, right?
Yeah.
And mind you, these are people that's been here for years.
Season.
And they giving me the ropes.
Come on.
Jazzy telling me, when these people come, snatch them up. So she's like, stand your ground, because when they start coming in, people are going to start,
trying to pull it. Y'all.
And be
first come, first serve.
Be doggone people. When the celebrities start coming in, everybody. Then went from that end down to our end. And that just made me nervous. And I'm like, no,
you don't want to do.
I'm shaking and stuff with the. So yeah. So when I tell you, people think that I got it. Far from it.
It's damn. I'm saying, like you said earlier, it's not easy.
Ty,
it is not easy.
It's not.
Y'all, it's a challenge. It's a challenge. It is not. It may come off easy, but I promise, when you in the shoes, it's not easy.
Because like you said, when you red carpet, you're the facilitator.
Yeah.
You're setting the atmosphere. You can't be dull because they're going to be like, okay, yeah, we at the wrong event. Yeah. So you got to make sure that you bring it.
Them, yes. Because you got to show your you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to show you to make them want to come in.
Time. That right there is the nervousness of my life. Like, if I can do anything, I'm just looking like, Brandon, like at my church, and when I'm talking, I just focus on the clock, and the clock is on the balcony.
Yeah.
Just look at
don't look at the people.
And don't look at the people.
That's it.
I'll be good.
Look at that back wall. Look at that clock. Remember that? Look at that back wall. You gotta look at the folk. Look at the clock.
But doing that stuff, man, I get nervous. Like
every time
I'm having my moment with God, I'm like, God, this be the words of my mouth, and things like that. So I gotta get into that zone. So that's
one thing I always say, and I said it before I came in here, God, go before me and set the atmosphere. That is I pray that prayer anytime I step into any space where I'm about to do something creative or just whatever.
Yeah.
Like that I gotta show up. I'm like, God, go before me, set the atmosphere, God, my words, say the things you want me to say. Like
mine is God, dwell in me so I can be the atmosphere changer. You hear me? Because when I tell you,
I ain't got room to run, but I'm running.
Me to change the atmosphere, God.
Come on, word.
Because here's the thing. When you're doing the red carpet, when you was with Tabitha, you don't know what people coming in there with.
At all.
They done had a hard day at work, and then you want me to come in here and talk on the red carpet? Yeah. Allow me to change the atmosphere, God.
Yes. And that was a lifesaver for a lot of them. It was like, you don't understand how much
come on.
You have. And I'm like, we just mad.
Yeah.
But that's how God works. Let them use you. And if you don't let them use you, I ain't gonna choose violence. Let me take that. We're gonna scratch that out.
I could die.
No, I meant what I said.
What is the most chaotic or embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you
my goodness today?
In public.
Oh my gosh. This goes all the way back to my big back activity. Okay. Because I like to big back activities. I like to eat. Let's go back to Tell me why we live in Turnbridge Circle in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's called Summit View now, but it's always known to me as Turnbridge Circle. Yeah, it just got done raining, right? My crazy tell self, I'm probably we moved here when I was 11. I'm thinking I'm probably around like in that 11 to 13 range, somewhere in there. I can't remember, but I remember this incident vividly. So it's raining, mind you. Why in the world? In my right mind, I'm not trying to put on shoes or something sturdy because the ground is slick, it's wet. My crazy tell self wanted to wear flip flops, mind you. Mama don't warn me, me might don't warn me. Like, Ty, it's raining outside. Oh, we just getting in the car, and then we get to where we going. We just, walk from the car to the, not too crazy. I wore them flip-flops, disobedient. Whole way there, I'm cool. We get to Popeyes. I'll never forget. Oh, this is so embarrassing. We get there. My hungry tail said, Mama couldn't even put the car in park in time. I'm just ready to get out, eager to eat. And I was also eager to fall. I got out of that car so fast. I ran. I slipped. Back, flip-flop flew, the other one flew towards the sidewalk. I'm on my back just laying. And Mama and me and my daddy didn't rush. They just walked back. I told you. Told you to put them shoes on. And I just think it's funny. They're like, you got them young bones. You just get back. Wow. I said, Mama, I don't want to go here no more. You know how Popeyes are pissed. They got them big windows. They ain't nothing changed. And I said, it's people just sitting and looking. I'm like... Go back to eating that chicken like you was just chewing that bone, suck on it, because you was not looking at me till I fell. Now I'm just walking in, I'm just the conversation starter.
Oh my gosh.
And just people covering their mouths and looking at me. All I wanted was some chicken. I didn't want to go there no. I wasn't even hungry no more. Let's go home. Let's go back home. I'm not even hungry. I almost lost my life out here. I should have sued.
Oh.
I should have sued.
Why you gonna sue them when your mom and Nana?
Because I slept on their property. They should have had wet foresides on the outside. I mean, I guess I should have known it rained, but still, it's the principle.
It's not their fault. It's not their fault. Yeah. Next time, just use the wisdom that's given to you.
I didn't have these grades then. The wisdom they kick.
I'm not talking about your wisdom because you didn't have no wisdom to put them flip flops on.
I just thought, I'm about to go eat. Parking lot to the building. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll never forget that. It was traumatizing. I'm surprised I didn't bruise nothing, hurt nothing. Because the Lord knew I was going to slip. He said, Angel, go down. Just let him land on you. And then when he get up, just fly back up.
The way I would have screamed to see you.
It's the way that flip-flop flew. That's what disrespected me. It didn't have to fly that high. You would have thought God was trying to take it back up.
You would have got out to walk.
Yeah, I should have.
There you go. Problem solved.
Yeah.
Feet wet and all.
I live with my stomach, not my mind.
Feet wet, but at least you would have.
I slipped. I had enough to have both socks with them. That's why I messed up. I didn't have no grip.
In the rain.
The rain had already slept. It was just still slick and wet. And that's why I was like, and that's why I told Mom. I said, Mom, it's not raining. It's dry. It's gonna be. We good. Okay. You know how they do. Okay. And then okay, and put me down.
So let's go to our last one.
Put me down.
When I tell you, this is taking me out.
You should have saw how that flip flop flew. Like a bird.
Have you learned to just walk? You know?
I don't wear flip flops now. That's the game. If it ain't Crocs or Croc slides, I'm not wearing them.
You put them in sports mode?
No, I don't. I be out there just.
Me either.
I just slide the things in. Because I done tore already. One of them trying to put my foot in off there and done tore it up. No, we just slide it in and go. Slide it in and go.
What's wrong with you?
Okay.
What's wrong with you?
My goodness. And what's sad, I still got the flip flops.
Keep for memories.
It's haunting me.
Well, you know, when you when you're big and famous, you know.
These infamous flip flops. God had to knock some sense into me.
They'll sell for millions of dollars.
I'm telling you. I'm going to sell them for about $2. And somebody going to buy them. I'm going to sign them in there. Well, you know what? Michael Jackson wore these. Go up to 5.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Get you carried away. All right. All right. What's the worst lie you've ever told to get out of plans? Oh, I hope your folks ain't watching. Oh, I hope your folks ain't. Now this is messy. Who did these? Oh, you messy. You messy. This is personal.
I think I'm not feeling good. That's all I say now.
That's good. Cause you not feel it.
Yeah.
Cause they can't.
I have reached the age now that I'm okay if my plans cancel.
Oh, it is.
When I tell you,
it is what it is.
I don't need to get mad no more. I look forward to you texting me saying, "Yeah, we're not gonna be able to." And I'm cool.
You lay further in that couch and that whatever you. It happens to me.
So I think my lie has been, I'm not just feeling well. Because let me tell you, I lay on that couch that turned into a recliner with my butt blanket.
Oh, you're done.
And cut my little Tubi movie on my Netflix.
Out of there.
That's it for me. That's it.
And that should take your word for what it is. I don't gotta come back. I'm not feeling well. Why? Why you need to ask for an answer? Oh, well, I'm not feeling well.
I'm not feeling well. You know, they don't even ask. You know,
that's good.
Okay,
I don't have to be.
I can't today. Yeah, I can't.
It's the whisper. It's not.
And there we go. I'm good.
It's not in me. I don't got the shrimp.
And I'm good. I'm good.
You know what? I'm getting to that place.
Yeah.
But still can't so well.
Yeah, I don't even do. Listen, when I tell you, I'm excited. I'm more excited about the council plans than going.
Cause I gotta feel all this energy up to God.
I gotta find something to wear.
Yeah.
I gotta get a car and drive. And then traffic.
Inflation. They gotta get there.
And God forbid if it's somewhere where a lot of people is, now I gotta stop and, you know, and you got the hood, then I gotta ask you how your mama doing, then your grandma, and then I'm just like.
The whole family tree, and then they gotta do it again.
So I'm good with cancellation. Cancellation is good in this season.
It is. Because I'm telling you, choose you. I'm choosing me. I mean, I was still coming, but you canceled, so it worked out.
It worked out. Hey, I promise you. I'm good. I'm really
good.
Yeah, I'm really good. So let's switch over because now I got some advice.
Oh, we got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because so now, and I think these are, let me see.
Oh, this is a paragraph.
Oh, yeah, this is a paragraph.
Be a fans.
All right.
All around me every day.
This right here. This right here just for you. It says, Dear Brandon and Ty G, I keep comparing my life to what I see on social media, and it's messing with my confidence. How do you stay focused on your own journey?
You want me to go first?
That's for you.
My goodness.
That's a good question.
Listen, one thing you have to always be reminded of is that you are your own superpower. So what you uniquely embody you got to realize God made you by design. He handcrafted you and knew you before you knew you. And so that is your greatest power before you even try to emulate, compare yourself to anybody on social media. Can't nobody do what you are naturally capable of doing. And so when you realize that and tell yourself, because you have to tell yourself that every day, multiple times. I have to do that because being on social media, you see the new heads coming in, you got the old heads in, you like, oh, they coming in hot. Do I need to shift this? Do I need to change that? No, stay true to what you've already started because once you do that, that is what is going to be your greatest fuel in the long run. So you can't, it's easy to compare yourself, but it's harder to accept who you are because you see what other people are doing. And you have to switch those roles. Make it easy to accept who you are, the skin that you in, and know that you are divinely made with a purpose. You were sent here. There's a gift inside you, gifts that is meant to come out. And whether you realize it or not, it's going to come out in due season. The seeds are being planted. So just know that you put in those positive words in yourself every single time, any chance you get, those are seeds that's going to sprout. You're going to be helping other people just as we're helping you. You're going to be helping other people and don't even realize it because it's always been in you. Sometimes it takes hearing it from somebody else for it to come out of you.
That's good.
And so I pray that you just walk into your full power and authority because there's only one you.
Come on.
And that's your greatest superpower.
That's good. You know what I learned about social media with this?
Yeah.
It was during COVID, and I was riding with my friend, right?
Yeah.
And as we were riding, she wanted to go look at homes, right?
Okay.
She was in the market for a home.
Gotcha.
And we're riding, and we're looking at homes, right? Everybody's in the house, and everybody in their yard because it's COVID, right?
Right.
We just wanted to get outside. We go outside or whatever, and we're in the car and we're riding. And she said, "That's a nice house right here." And so she pulls in the driveway or whatever. She gets the letter and she's looking it up online or whatever. Yeah. And saw how much it costs and how many bedrooms and all that it has, right?
Right.
And so she says, "Oh yeah." She was like, "Would you move here?" I said, "I can't afford that. I'm not moving there." I said, "You gonna get it?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it." And I was like, "Well, you really can't afford it either." And she said, "Well, I'm gonna get it for the people."
Wrong answer.
The people.
Who proved the people?
So,
come on.
That was 6 years ago.
My goodness.
But that conversation has sat with me because here is my thing.
It's real.
If I am looking at my life compared to yours, and your life may be fake,
and it's a lot of it out. Because you don't
realize the grass ain't green on the other side.
It ain't. Because people show you what they want you to see.
Come on.
They don't show you the real.
Come on. Because there has been a lot of social media influencers that you see with millions of followers who, they travel and everything else, but then you also see their mugshot.
Talk about it.
Right?
Right.
So you got to understand everything you see on social media is not good, and you can't compare yourself, because here's the thing: we all have our different journeys, right?
Absolutely.
Some people do their journey the truthful way.
Yep.
Some steal their way to the top, sleep their way to the top. It's a lot of different
coat ride.
Coat ride. Come on, looking for opportunities from other people. Like, come on.
It's crazy, and they're doing it blatantly now.
It's an it thing to do.
It's not me.
If I have to ride your coat and kiss your behind to get it,
I don't want it. It's not. It's not. That's real. I don't want it that bad.
Because I don't want nobody to get credit but God. So I can say He was the one that did it. Now you can help lead me to the door.
Yes. But I have people like that.
Yeah, help with the connection. Yeah. But all that other good stuff. So what I would tell you is that don't even compare yourself to people on social media. Don't live your life.
Because
to the fullest.
That's forever real.
That's what matters.
You see you every day. You see what these folks posting their food, posting their trips, and that's moments. But you see every moment of yourself. Yeah. I remember when I started on the radio, the young lady, she came to the studio and she was like, "Oh my God, you make it look so easy and all this other stuff." And I said, "No, it was rough." She said, "Well, you don't post it." I said, "Baby, we don't post our failures on social media. We only post the good stuff." So, I gotta show you that.
Come on.
Because social media already is so out there. At least keep some, you know what I'm saying? I'm not better getting, people get online and be crying and mad and stuff, and that's you. And sometimes it helps other people. It's healing. It just depends on what you're led to do with it. Yeah. You got to go based off how you're led.
But now I'm learning to open up more. At least like, 3 years ago when I had my heart surgery, I was just real transparent with it, right? And everybody, I remember this lady came to me at the restaurant. She was like, I watch your stuff on social media. She was like, but I wouldn't tell, my business like that. I said, well, that's the difference between you and I.
Thank you. Right? And, I'm glad you said
that. But here's the thing. A lot of people, like, for the month of February, I was putting those videos up. A lot of people reached out to me, like, hey, I'm drinking my water today. I'm doing my walking today. I'm laughing today. And that right there was what really mattered to me, was that focus on what your mission is. Everything else will line up, but focus on what your job is.
Exactly.
So.
That's beautiful.
I try. I still know.
You do it effortlessly. That's the big word almost.
Yeah, you kind of took your lot to get that out. My teeth. It says, dear Brandon and Todd G, I'm good at a lot of things, but not amazing at. I'm good at a lot of things, but not amazing at any one thing. How do you figure out what you're actually meant to do? Okay, wait a minute. I'm good at a lot of things, but not amazingly at one.
So they're saying they're good at a lot of things, but they're not like amazing, or they haven't mastered like one thing.
How do you figure out what you're actually meant to do?
Practice makes progress. That's I used to say practice makes perfect a lot, but nobody's ever going to be perfect. You'll never get anything perfect. No. I switched that perfect to progress, because you're always progressing towards something. Yeah. And the more you put into it, the more you get out. Starting my social media journey, I didn't have half the stuff, if not all the stuff. I had that laptop and iPhone 4. I had an iPod at that time too. Back in the day, yeah.
Oh, 4.
Yeah.
We on 17 now.
Right. Yeah. Told you Uncle now. I told you Uncle now. And so but I used what I had. Yeah. And so, even though what I have now wasn't what I had then, I embraced what I had and just did what I had to do to get to where I am now. And so I say that to say, you are not going to come out the gate, being 100% efficient. You have to work. If you want to get better at anything in life, you have to work towards it. It's a goal-oriented thing that you have to have in your mind and in your heart set to do. And know that it's going to take steps by steps by steps by steps. It's not going to just happen. It can happen for some people, but that, And then, for people like me, it's been a journey. You know what I'm saying? And it's still a journey, right? However, you have to trust the process. I think that's where we kind of get frustrated when it comes to the journey. We get frustrated where we are when the whole time God has you planted there to understand and realize, I have you here for a reason. And it's not just because I want you here. I want you to realize that you're capable of getting forward. You just need to accept where you are now. So I can't advance you forward.
And you got to know what you want to do.
You sure do.
You know what you want to do. Because it took me a minute to do it. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you how I found out. When I 15 years old at my granddaddy church. Yeah. And they handed me the microphone and said, you emceeing the program today.
Oh.
Say what? Say what? But when I tell you, when I got up there and I had chills in my on my
Come on.
Stuff, but when I tell you, it's like God spoke for me. And that's when I knew. This is exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
That was it.
Because when you get that confirmation,
come on,
not from people, but for yourself.
For yourself, it is different. That's what That's what I. That's
so you can't tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. You hear me? I don't have the MC host, nothing else, because I know the steps that God has already ordered for me. The things that I have already done. And so I'm appreciative for that. Yeah. So here's the thing. You got to be open to finding out what the thing is that you love. That's right? Because jealousy is a whole lot.
Talk about it.
It's a lot. It is a lot.
And it's easy to be envious or jealous of somebody else that's doing, especially when it's something that you want to do and they're doing it better.
Come on.
Sit down.
Come on.
Sit down.
Come on.
Imagine you think that you can't do it, but that is what feeds me. I'm like, oh, they that good? Oh, okay.
I'm taking notes. Yeah. Like in my mental notes.
Come on.
I'm taking notes. Like when I saw you work that red carpet, I'm like, okay, I need to incorporate this and kind of incorporate that.
Wow.
I'm taking notes. That's when you know that you're trying to find out the real calling that God has for you.
Yes.
Right? Because a lot of people just sit back and they like, he think he all there. I'm learning.
I'm forever a student.
We're forever students. Exactly. I'm at the place where I'm learning.
Yeah. That's okay.
If I'm getting around somebody and I see they have more than me, my thing is my ears open.
Come on.
Okay, now you did what at what age? Okay.
Yes. I love that.
Yeah.
Because some people say they got it and then they don't want to share. They want to gatekeep. They're just like, hey, that's why you stuck.
Tell them again.
That's why you stuck. Stuck like glue. Because you want to gatekeep everything, don't want to share nothing.
Yeah.
When what you have can be the door open to somebody else's journey.
Because there are a lot of opportunities out there for all of us, right? When my coworker told me years ago, he said, we were talking about, your gifts and talents, and he said, well, you ever went down the bread out at the grocery store? I said, yeah. He said, you see all the different brands of bread. He said, all of it is bread, but they all do different things. I said,
hello, somebody, hello.
And I was way older than him. He gave me, that was advice.
Yes.
And I was like, you're exactly right. So all because we do the same thing, we all bring something different, right, to the table. So it's like,
oh, that's a word.
we all can bring the macaroni and cheese, but I make mine with cheese sauce. You may do yours with the packet.
And either way it goes, it's gonna get gone.
God, we're running out of time. We gotta do our last one.
Okay.
Golly.
But yeah, a lot of your good things, they your good things for a reason.
Yeah.
You got this.
I appreciate it. Yep, you're exactly right. The last one, I want to be more confident. But every time I try to speak up, I start overthinking everything I say. How do you stop caring so much about what other people think?
Tell them I think but think not. And look at them. And look at yourself. Literally, like, speak those things over your life that you know to be true to you. And hold on to those. Because it's so easy to talk yourself out of any and everything. How you look, what you're supposed to be doing, what other people are doing. Like, the voice in our head, it can have so much dominion if we allow it. And it's just like, you have to understand that confidence is already in you. It's not something that you're wanting to do. It's in you.
Wow.
You got to walk in that.
Wow.
You have to be open to the possibilities of what confidence can look like, because there's a difference between confidence and cockiness. People that's cocky, they know they the stuff. They know they got it going on. You can't tell them nothing. Confidence is being bold and like, God, I know I got this, and I want to do it right, and I know I'm capable. There's a difference between knowing and just assuming like, oh yeah, I know I got this in the bag. Because you can get a damn fumble. I done had many times where I've gotten to places where I'm like, I'm going to get up here, I'm going to say this, I'm going to do that, and something totally different comes in my mouth. And it's just like, I had it all in my mind, so logical, but when I got here, I'm over here stuttering, just, and it's just like, but the message still came across. And so I say that to say, you just got to walk into it.
Come on.
You got to stop doubting yourself. Don't look at nobody else. Look at who you are as a person and just walk boldly in who you are. Like, it sounds so cliche, but literally, confidence starts with you, because in order for other people to believe in the person that they know is inside you, you have to believe in it first.
That's crazy.
And that's going to take you far. I promise you. You're going to change your life.
Yeah. That's the conversation me and my sister had, matter of fact, the other day, because we were talking about confidence and cocky, right? And here's the thing. People can get the two mixed up.
Yes.
Especially if they're low-minded, right? If they see you being stuck. Because I have people that are used to me, back in the day, right? And they can never let that back in the day go to focus on the right now. It's like, I'm not even living there no more. Why are you still there? Because I done moved. I'm somewhere else.
You still there. They got the old version of you.
The old.
Still downloaded.
Being confident to what you bring to the table, okay?
Yeah. And
you're not worried about it, because I am the table. You're not going to sit down and eat. The table is here, right?
Come on.
So when it's a difference, right?
Yes.
And growing up, I used to get, like, they'll be in church, they'll be talking about me, right? In the sermons, right? In the sermons.
Go to the altar.
Because here's the thing. I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Red carpet and stuff, that stuff is... I knew that when I was a child.
Come on.
I already knew that's where I'm going.
Yes.
And to see God actually do it, I'm like, well, why don't you give honor and glory to God that He did it for me? Because a lot of us, we sit here with dreams and stuff, and we don't never get to it, right? Maybe one day, or, sugar mama done got sick.
No action.
But now that I put my boots to the ground.
Come on.
To do what your thing is, you should be proud.
Yes.
That somebody that you grew up with or that you knew is like, they really out here living their dream. Or they really out here doing what they said they're going to do. Because when I tell you everything I wrote down that I'm going to do, it may not have been on a national spectrum.
Come on.
But locally, check that off. I done checked that off. So,
my God, that is amazing.
You gotta know like what you bring to the table.
Yes.
Okay. It's like when you go to McDonald's, they know what that Big Mac is bringing. Okay? Over the Whopper over at Burger King.
Right.
They know that Big Mac is gonna hit with that special sauce
every time.
They know, confident. You think they took their stuff off the menu because they got another burger over here, the Baconator over here? They made sure because you gonna know who we are.
Exactly.
And that's what you got to stand on. You got to stand on your confidence. You got to stand on that. You got to know what your calling is for yourself because. And then you don't ask jealous people or low-minded people,
because they gonna
who ain't never been out the city or who ain't never been out the house to do that.
They gonna steer you wrong. I'm sorry, not sorry. Like you got and that's the thing. Like you can allow people to speak into your life, but be discerned on who is speaking over your life or into your life, because they could be just taking you deeper. You talking about you not confident. They could be. Talk you deeper down into that not being confident. It's just like you don't realize that, but words got power.
I dealt with that.
And
like
so,
telling them about red. Like I used to be quiet about that because I was afraid they were gonna talk about me, and because that's not with a man you supposed to out here do construction. You supposed to out here do work in the factory. I already knew that's real work.
We in the art.
I ain't doing that. That's real work.
Do not put no basketball in my hand. I got the height, no skill.
Because I don't even know what to do with it.
Right.
Don't know nothing.
Yeah, they couldn't stand me in PE.
I failed PE. That's
nothing.
Yeah, I failed PE. I failed it. I don't know. I didn't know.
But yeah.
Chain no tie. That wasn't me. That's why God has ordained people.
Come on.
That's going to help me out.
That's what you sitting here to do. That's your calling.
And I sit back and let you do your calling.
Yeah. Because if you call me, it's going to voicemail. Hello.
Because I don't know about the sports. I get kicked out of the Super Bowl party because I'm in here asking questions. I don't know who to clap for. My cousin last night, she said, just go to the food.
Yeah, I'm there eating. I'm there for that, the commercials, and halftime. 3 things.
That's it. That's all I can do.
Well, I don't know what's going on.
But I'm confident. I know my lane, and that's something that we talked about earlier. That's knowing what God has, told you to do, knowing what He has created you to do. That's with this whole technical stuff, that ain't my calling. I can get in here and talk all day.
Right,
cooking in lights and stuff.
Hey,
cause that one be green, the other one would be purple. They might be up on the ceiling. That ain't my calling. So I know what I'm supposed to be. Okay, they hired me one time at the factory, and I only went there because it was Christmas time. I wanted some extra money.
Oh, come on, yeah.
They fired me.
Oh,
they fired me because it was real work. You want me to put stuff on a belt? And I gotta walk way over there.
Oh
no, ain't too much. He was like, "Yeah, we're gonna make this your last day."
Thank you. Cause this ain't my call.
He didn't intend for me to do that. No shade to the ones that's doing. That's your call.
That's what. Right.
You gotta know your lane. You gotta know what God has ordained you to do, because that wasn't me.
That wasn't me.
And I didn't look back. Okay,
as you shouldn't have.
Steel toe shoes and stuff. I gotta.
You just say you did it, but
that's not my testimony.
Yeah,
my testimony is how I got over.
Come on,
so that wasn't me.
Got over that.
Tom, we gotta go. We done been here for a long time.
Don't have mercy. About 2 hours, ain't it?
Oh my God. Thank you so much again for tuning in to Issues from the Heart.
Yes.
Brandon L. Smith here with my guy, my dude, Ty G. Ty, people want to follow you. I see it on your forehead.
On my forehead.
Let them know where to follow you at.
Yes, you can follow me on all social media platforms under @YesTyG. Facebook and YouTube, just add official to this and you'll find me. But if you just type in YesTyG, you'll find me too. But yeah.
Definitely make sure you come back.
Oh, of course. I will spin the block.
Make sure you come back.
Yeah.
You gonna spin the block?
I'll spin.
Until next time, Issues on the Heart.